Hello super friends and welcome to DC TV Talk, and in today's episode we'll be going over and breaking down all of the new promotional material we've received for the upcoming DC Universe show Doom Patrol. So let's discuss. So yeah, doing something a little bit different today and moving away from the Arrowverse, I'm going to be talking about Doom Patrol, the new show coming to the DC Universe in, I believe, March of 2019, and this is the next show we're going to be receiving after Titans. Obviously Titans had its season finale on Friday, and it's been going down somewhat well with fans, but it's definitely left a lot of impressions, and the show as a whole has left quite the impression on fans, as many people went into it expecting it to be kind of bad, and it's actually turned out to be pretty great. And one of the most standout episodes from what I hear is episode 4, which is called Doom Patrol and introduces you to a few of the different members of the team. Now, I haven't actually seen Titans yet. I am waiting for Netflix UK to get it, which is coming out on January the 11th here. So all DC Universe shows are going to be Netflix exclusives here in the UK, as far as I understand it, and so I believe the same will be applied to Doom Patrol. So I haven't actually seen Titans yet, but as soon as I do see it, I'm probably just going to binge it all, and then I'll most likely do a review on it. I have made videos on Titans in the past, but we're not talking about Titans today. We are talking about Doom Patrol. So we got our first official teaser for Doom Patrol the other day, and obviously I'm a couple of days late to this video, but I wasn't really planning on making it originally, but I have quite a lot of thoughts that I do want to discuss. The teaser, when I first saw it, I wasn't a huge fan, but it has grown on me over the past couple of days since it's been released. It's an interesting one. It's incredibly short. We just see the team of the Doom Patrol setting up for their photo together, and yeah, we get like a little, inner monologue line of dialogue from each of them. And yeah, I mean, it just kind of gives you a basic personality of kind of what the characters are like, and kind of gives you, these little jokes and things like that. The teaser really has nothing to break down. Like, I'm not going to talk about it too much, because there's really nothing to talk about other than the fact we get to see a few, up close looks and in action shots. But a lot of these, we saw in Titans. Like, we've seen Robot Man, we've seen Negative Man. I believe Elastigirl was in Titans as well. The only ones we hadn't seen were like Crazy Jane and Cyborg, so it was quite cool to see them. Cyborg looks pretty cool, I won't lie. I've seen a lot of people complain about him, but I actually quite like his design. I like the tracksuit look. I think that works really well for this version of the character, and I quite like the eyepiece. I think the actual Cyborg, headpiece actually looks kind of cool. Obviously, it's not as well implemented as the movie version was, because obviously that has a lot of a higher budget, is able to fix those kind of things. But given the fact this is a TV live-action version of Cyborg, I think this looks pretty good, and it's a lot better than Smallville, put it that way. And I think that's very exciting. Crazy Jane also seems to be quite fun, but, let's put the teaser aside and let's focus on the character posters which we received for each member of the Doom Patrol, as it gives us a little bit more of a flavour of what we can expect from each one of them. So let's start off with Crazy Jane. Now, Crazy Jane is a character I'm very excited to see. I actually think she seems to be one of the more interesting ones, and I don't know if it's just because she's kind of the outlier, like she's the one we haven't really seen or heard of anything of before, like she wasn't on Titans as far as I'm aware, but she just seems to be really fun. Obviously she's going to be played by Diane Guerrero, who is a very fun actress too, and I just like the look. I think, she looks great, and from what I know of the comics, she was given her powers via Dominators, so I think that's quite interesting. Obviously, if you're watching this, obviously you'll be fans of the Arrowverse. You'll all know the Dominators as the villains of the Invasion crossover. So she got her powers via that. Obviously this doesn't connect to the Arrowverse, but I wonder if we're going to get any Dominator name drops, or if we might even see a Dominator. I don't know. I think that'd be quite cool. I mean, if they're going to establish her powers, then they must mention it at some point, right? But I think that'd be really awesome. And just seeing Crazy Jane here, I think she just, again, the look, it works so well, and this poster gives us a really good idea that yes, this character is quite mental and is going to be putting that on full display in Doom Patrol. Next up, we have April Bowlby as Elastigirl, and I have to say I really love the design on this poster. They've got the very 30s, 40s, classic Hollywood cinema aesthetic going on here. Obviously, this character is very much related to that time period, it seems, based on this. And again, I'm purely going based on these posters. I don't know a lot about these characters. So I think that this poster, again, just looks really awesome. I assume her powers have to do with, obviously, stretching, which, I guess what I'm picturing is Ralph Dibny on The Flash. That's what I'm picturing for this character. So seeing her here, again, she looks like a fun cast member. I do really like April Bowlby. I've seen her in a lot of things. I think she's really fun. I think she'll be perfect casting for this role, to be honest. And again, I don't know what she's like in Titans. I haven't seen Titans, but I think she's definitely going to be a fun version of this character. And obviously we can see in the poster as well, her legs at the bottom seem to be stretched out a little bit, so we're going to have to see how that goes. But, you know, a character with stretch powers is incredibly fun to play around with. Like, we've seen that with Ralph Dibny on The Flash, you know, the elongated man, so it's going to be fun to see what they can do with this character on Doom Patrol. Next up, we have Negative Man, who's going to be played by Matt Bomer. I love Matt Bomer. He's awesome. He's always actually been my fan casting for Superman. I always wanted him for Superman, but now we have him as Negative Man. I've just got to say, you know, seeing the fighter pilot jet there, really cool hint at his origin. Also, I love the look. The look is fantastic. It kind of reminds me, like, it gives me kind of Watchmen vibes, but I think it's really awesome just seeing, you know, the bandage around the head with the glasses. It's perfect. Like, it looks so good. And this is one of those costumes that can translate really well into live action, especially on a TV budget, because it's not like, you know, Cyborg, which we'll get onto, but it's not like Cyborg where, you know, it's really CGI heavy, you know, special effects heavy. This is purely practical, so it's one of those things that can just translate so well. I wonder if we'll see what's under the mask. I assume they probably will at some point. Like, again, kind of like what I was saying about Crazy Jane's powers, they must show it at some point, right? And we must see Matt Bomer, like, his actual face at some point, whether it's via flashbacks or if we do see, like, a really tarnished version of Matt Bomer's face. I'm not too sure. But as far as we can understand right now, Matt Bomer is mostly going to be doing voiceover work, but Matt Bomer has a very nice and soothing voice, so I'm sure that's going to be just fine. And then we have Brendan Fraser as Robot Man. Of course, you'll know Brendan Fraser from the Mummy movies. Robot Man is probably one of the ones I'm most excited to see. Just again, I'm very surprised by his costume because I can't believe they've done this practical. I think that's incredible, and I think the suit looks like a really interesting piece that I'm very excited to see in live action. And I know he's in Titans as well, so I'm excited to see that. We can see the race car driver background. I'm very excited to explore that. I love the 80s theme they've got on this poster. Like, it's very 80s. It kind of looks like they've just come out straight out of Days of Thunder. This is just a really awesome looking poster, and again, I think this character is super unique and super cool, and the fact we're going to be getting this in live action in 2019 on Doom Patrol is just incredibly exciting, and I'm very hyped about this character indeed. I can't wait to watch Titans and see him on there. And then we have the Chief, who is like the leader of the Doom Patrol. We can see this very classic looking poster. Now, this is a recast. He's now being played by Timothy Dalton, who of course you'll know, probably most well known for playing James Bond in a couple of the films. Timothy Dalton is a fantastic actor. What more do I need to say? He's so cool. So, you know, playing this kind of Professor X kind of, you know, Nick Fury type character for this team, you know, you can't really go wrong with that. And finally, we have Hovind Wade as Cyborg. I love this. Like I say, I think the tracksuit design looks so good. I think that works super well for this character. And I think the Cyborg headpiece, the red eye, I think it looks really great. And we can even see the little hint of the, you know, sort of reactor in the middle there, which is really nice too. Also, we can see the football in the background. Obviously, we all know Cyborg or Victor Stone was, you know, a big footballer in the Gotham University, so that's going to be really awesome to see. And I have to say as well, I love Hovind Wade. I think he's a great actor. He was actually starring in the first Purge, which came out this year. The first Purge was a movie I really enjoyed. The Purge movies are kind of like guilty pleasures for me, so I really liked him in there. So when he was cast as Cyborg, I was very pleased, and I think he's going to do a great job. I think he's a great casting choice. So with all that being said, I think Cyborg is going to be one of the fun ones, and what's going to be interesting to see in the future of this DC Universe streaming service is if we're going to see Cyborg maybe transition over to Titans. Obviously, Cyborg is a big character from Titans. He's probably more well known as a Titans character than he is a Doom Patrol character. So with that being said, it's going to be interesting to see if they ever do that. Will we get like Cyborg crossing over with Titans in Season 2? I think the potential's definitely there, and I feel like DC Universe, considering what I've seen of it so far, I feel like they'd most definitely be willing to do that, so make sure you get on that, writers. So am I excited for Doom Patrol? Well, even before we got this teaser and these posters, I was excited about Doom Patrol. Just, this team is so unique and so cool. Each member is extremely different from one another, making them an incredibly impactful team. Now, obviously, again, I can't really talk about the quality because I haven't seen Titans myself. I need to wait until, you know, it comes out on Netflix here. However, that may be changing in the future. I have actually got a channel update video coming up, so, you know, I'll explain all the changes going forward in 2019, because I've got quite a few big things planned for 2019 for this channel. But yeah, I'm definitely very excited about Doom Patrol. I just think this has the potential. Although the teaser didn't wow me, you know, that's not actually from the show. That's just kind of giving you a little bit of a taster for each of the characters alongside these posters. So, you know, all that being said, I'm very excited about Doom Patrol. I think it looks great. You know, I think it's going to be a great companion piece to Titans. I can't wait to see Titans as well. So with all that being said, I'm very, very excited about Doom Patrol, and I'm very excited about what the future of the DC Universe holds, especially with shows like Swamp Thing, Stargirl. We've got so many cool things coming up with the DC Universe, and I can't wait to see it all and talk to you all about it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, it'll help me out a lot, and share this video with anyone and everyone you know who loves DC TV and get them to join the community. And as always guys, please subscribe for all of your latest content on Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. And with all that said guys, I hope to see you again in my next video.